They get to test it now. Oh, bullshit. Yeah. Okay, it's time. It is time to go and get our butts ready. And that's 30 seconds. So, how you doing? Especially if it's the wrong time and wrong place, wrong person. If he does his Chippendale thing to all the women's clubs, you can go along and you can hold his clothing. Okay, we're going on air right now. Mics are hot. And if I potted these mics up just a few seconds earlier, it would be even hotter. Would it not? Hi ho, hi ho.
Hi ho, hi ho.
It's
Yeah,
off
it's been
to-
a ho.
Off to vote we go. With a few more days to beat the rush, the poll, that singular poll, one and one only, opens at 8 o'clock this morning for those registered voters living in any of the Onslow County municipalities to perform just one of the duties that we should cherish to the bitter end. It's an opportunity to join your neighbors in deciding, as a majority, who will speak for you on your town boards when it comes to local laws, policies, and taxes. If nothing else gets you, those taxes will. If you do, like the majority of folks have done in previous city elections here, then you've surrendered your rights to those who likely don't care about you, your family, or your rights. In other words, you have exhibited your complacency and surrendered your right to complain when the leaders you did not choose do to you whatever they want. So boo hoo when that time comes. Good morning. I'm Rayford Brown, your cynic for this Tuesday morning.
I'm Chris Marks, loving to be here.
I'm Lee Barrels. That's all I have to say.
Braving the wind, braving the rain, and it's going to get
Yes,
worse, y'all. It's not going
yes.
to be a hurricane, but we do have a coastal storm out there, and y'all need to be aware of it. It's going to be some water over the next day or two, some wind. Nothing like the 175 mile per hour
Phew.
sustained winds they're getting this morning on the southern coast of Jamaica. Beautiful island,
God
island
bless
nation.
those people.
And they've been through it, but it's been a long time since they've had anything like it. The last one was 1988. It was Hurricane Gilbert. In Gilbert, throughout wherever it went, 313 people died that they confirmed.
Yeah.
There are those who are still missing and always will be that in a case like that on island nations. Anyway, it's awful. Well, let's do a little bit here. In Onslow County, the poll will open at 8 o'clock this morning,
Yes,
and
it
it closes at 5
Yes, sir.
today through Friday. On Saturday, the 1st of November, that's this coming Saturday, y'all, the poll, one, singular, only one, will open at 8 o'clock and close at 3. If you're a diehard believer of voting on election day only, I support you completely. I used to feel that way too. That day is a week from today on the 4th of November. That one polling place in Onslow County open for all of the municipal voting locations, only one. He said the Board of Elections in Jacksonville. You'll have to drive here, walk here, catch a mule, depends upon where you're living. It's not too far from the river, so you could run your boat up the river from Sneeze Ferry if you want to. And
Stop by the animal shelter and adopt a pet while you're there.
yeah, you could do that too if you want. That would be good.
Well, I've got some totals for you if you want them
okay.
now or you want to wait.
Yeah, well, I mean, the polls at every precinct and every municipality in the county will open at 6:30 next Tuesday, a week from today.
That's correct.
At 6:30 in the morning, they will remain open for 13 hours. Now, it's at every one of the precincts in your municipality.
Municipality, right.
You can't come to the Board of Elections and vote next Tuesday.
That's correct.
It's over.
Correct.
It's over as of Saturday at 3 p.m.
Correct.
You go to where you normally vote on election day in your municipality, and I think there are 14 precincts.
14 precincts will be
14 precincts in the county,
24
in the municipalities.
Right.
You can't go to somebody else's and vote. You can, but it's not going to count. You have to vote in your town's precincts, or precincts. Jacksonville, for instance, has got more than one. I'm not sure how many other other towns have. I don't know the numbers. It doesn't matter.
Have 8.
You know, if you don't know where you vote, then it's fairly easy to find out. You could go to the North Carolina Board of Elections and put in your name for voter search. And when you get to voter search, it'll tell you all about yourself, how you're registered to vote, and where you vote.
Yeah, also, you can click on your ballot and bring it up and see who you're voting for.
Yeah.
Before you get there.
Yeah. Okay. So that's what's going to happen. If you don't mind, if you don't want to drive all the way to Jacksonville through this Saturday, you can wait until next Tuesday and vote. Fine. Correct. You won't have to drive as far if you live outside Jacksonville. It's okay. The disadvantage is that they could, I would hope, have to stand in line, you guys. It would be wonderful if there are so many people at your polling places that you have to stand in line waiting for a lot of those folks who do turn out. It's a small price to pay.
Yeah.
Before they had early elections, a guy named, what was that guy's name? He was some kind of actor or something. Not a fly-by-night actor either. His name was Ronald Reagan.
Oh.
And had been governor of California, all that sort of good stuff. He was running, and I left the TV station at 6:30-ish. So a little bit after that, I got plenty of time to get to my polling place, right? At 10 o'clock, I got to vote.
Wow.
The lines were around the building. It was a little church there on Carolina Beach Road down near Snow's Cut. And it went around the building and down the road. And I was not the last in line because I got there before 7:30. But the last person in line, they put election workers out there behind the last person in line at 7:30, and nobody else could vote. So when it got up to them, whoever was last got a chance to vote, and they voted after I did. And I voted. It was about 10 o'clock, 9:30, 10 o'clock by the time I got my turn.
Can't even imagine.
It's amazing the turnout.
Yeah.
So,
but you know what?
Told me one thing, I voted early from then on. Not early voting, but early in the morning.
Well,
like at
I've already
6:30.
voted. I only had one race to vote in, and that was for the at-large in Jacksonville.
Yeah.
And that was the only thing on my ballot. And I asked the lady, I said, do you want to give me instructions on how to do this? Being a smarty, you know, but two little circles, Adria.
Well, I'm going to do.
in.
I'm going to do the same thing I've always done. I'm
Right.
going to ask for a ballot from each of the municipalities so that I can vote in all of them.
See, okay.
It's not going to work, is it?
No, it's not.
No.
It's worth a
I think
shot.
so. It has been a slow turnout. It's been rumored to have been said that we're slightly ahead in numbers from the last municipal election.
And we're significantly ahead in voters, in people in Onslow County since the last
Yeah.
election.
Yeah. So to me, that really shows right. I think we're running about neck and neck. But from the very first day of voting, which was October 16th, through 3 p.m. Saturday afternoon, we have had a total for all the municipal elections, 504 people.
That is awful. 504 over 6 days of voting, right?
Yes.
No, 7 days of voting.
7.
Started on Friday, right?
Right.
Friday,
Yeah.
then 5,
Mhm.
and then the following Saturday, right? Yeah, 6
Right.
plus 1.
6, 5, 11. What? 2,
5,
2,
6, 7.
and 7, 8.
8 days?
8
No,
days.
it's been 8 days now.
So 8
Right.
days.
But
8
we don't have
municipalities.
yesterday's totals yet.
No, we don't have
So
yesterday's.
7 days of voting
You
for
had 2
500
days,
people.
2 days the first week, and 6 days the second week, and that's
Yeah.
what I have 8 days worth
So
here.
8 days.
Oh, it started
8
on
mun-
Thursday then.
Yes.
Oh, Friday. I thought it started on Friday. Okay.
8 days, 8
Eight.
municipalities, 500 and something voters.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, let me break it down for you. Let me break it down. Okay, we
How
have
much
it,
did that cost us?
a lot of money. Democrats so far 168 Democrats.
Mhm.
Republicans 172.
I didn't know we had that many Democrats in Onslow County.
Unaffiliated 164.
So I'm still leading the pack, right?
No, Republicans 172.
Okay, boys, we'll overtake you. Don't worry. We
Well,
we,
you
we
know-
are going to outnumber you. We're going to beat you
And
into the
also
ground.
county unaffiliated have a tendency to vote Republican, but we'll see. All right.
But there's no Republican races here, right?
All these races aren't by political
Right.
affiliation.
So it doesn't matter who you are or what you
Right,
are.
right. Okay, Asian, we've had 6 Asians. I'm breaking it down here, what they have. Black, 161. Multi-ethnicity, 3. Other would be 5. Undesignated would be 23. How could you not know? Well, anyway, and white
It's
is
because you can put down, don't have to put it down.
306.
Okay, well, percentage-wise, here in Onslow County, there's 15% African-American population.
Yes.
So 15% of 500 votes.
Mhm. I'm not doing math. Oh.
So give me the numbers again.
15% of
Mhm.
500 votes will
104.
be,
Be 50, 65?
no,
75.
It's about 75 or 80, something like that.
75.
15, 50.
Yeah, about that.
75, 75, you're correct.
Okay.
Thank you. And I'm breaking it down by precincts. Now, when your vote goes in, it shows what precinct that you're voting from,
From,
what
right.
precinct you're part of, even though you're voting at the Board of Elections. So far, Bryn Mawr takes it 125 people. Crossroads, 1 person. East, North,
Where's Crossroads?
that's right there, southwest, right on the edge.
But that's outside
have-
the city, isn't it?
No, you
Oh,
have
yeah.
a few that are within the city limits. Okay, Commons, which is a very popular place, 102. Folkestone, 53. Holly Ridge, 36. Jacksonville, downtown, 38. New River, which really surprised me, it is 36.
Okay, now let's go back. Folkestone.
Yes,
What?
that's part of Holly Ridge.
Okay, so Holly Ridge itself has got 50, how many from Folkestone and then whatever voted in Holly
53
Ridge?
Folkestone and Holly Ridge, 36.
Okay,
Jacksonville,
so
so it has
48.
89.
Oh, Richlands, 2 people have voted. Swansboro, 17. West Northwoods, woohoo, 94. So West Northwoods, Bryn Mawr, and the Commons are the big hitters.
And I think I'm will be listed in Bryn Mawr.
Yes, you're Bryn Mawr.
Mhm.
But
So when
hopefully
I
tomorrow.
put my 5 votes in today, it'll be all right, right?
Yes, hopefully tomorrow I'll have a list of total voters eligible to vote.
Okay.
I was expecting it yesterday, did not get it. And so we'll fly with it
Take
tomorrow.
2, try it again.
We'll fly with it tomorrow.
And this morning we have Jerome Willingham.
Yes.
Running for city
What time's he
council.
coming in? 7:30?
8 o'clock.
8 o'clock, okay.
8 o'clock.
And I'm sure he'll take phone calls, as will we, 910-333-0133.
39.
39.
What?
If you want his pregnant pause, he was doing it for effect,
Oh, I see.
waiting for the birth to
A
happen.
pregnant pause.
Mhm.
Okay.
What?
I'm right there with you.
All right, let's talk a little bit about the storm. There are two things. The one that we're having right now is a coastal storm. All right, it's not the hurricane that's coming onto Jamaica, with parts of it already on Jamaica. That's not the storm. Okay, it's got nothing to do with the system. We got a coastal storm. We had one 2 weeks ago, something similar.
Yes.
Rain and wind. So we'll do weather coming along, but let's talk about Melissa, the storm.
Melissa.
Hurricane Melissa, classified as a major hurricane with maximum sustained winds of 175 miles per hour as of 5 o'clock Eastern time this morning, is hammering the interior of Jamaica already. The monster cyclone made landfall late Monday night, sometime early this morning, and is moving northward over land. The eye, I don't think, has made it to shore yet. I trying to see it, and the communications with Jamaica and any place in the middle of a storm like this are going to be questionable. But it is moving northward. They can track that much on radar. We'll have to await reports, as normal communications are going to be severely interrupted. After the show this morning, I'll be listening in again to the Hurricane Network. There is a National Hurricane Center in Miami, and they have a ham radio operator there on duty. We'll be taking calls. Others who are not in the impact area can listen,
Right.
but they ain't supposed to be talking.
Right. I was listening to him last night.
Yeah. And then they've got also the Maritime Net devotes a lot of its attention and time, because you can call in, and especially for boats. Boaters are what they're looking for. A lot of folks are out there on the open waters, and with the storm that we have along the East Coast and that thing down there, that network was busy yesterday. Over the next several days, Melissa is expected to accelerate to the northeast within the flow ahead of an amplifying trough over the southeastern United States. This steering flow, that's what's happening along the southeastern U.S. It's going to bring the core of Melissa across Jamaica today. The center will go there, over eastern Cuba early tomorrow, and across the southeastern or central Bahamas later on Wednesday. Once it leaves Cuba, it's going to start to increase in forward motion. It's been running 3, 4, 5, I think 7 miles per hour was the top speed last night. The hurricane is forecast to pass near Bermuda on Thursday night or early Friday. If it maintains that course, Melissa will remain off the U.S. mainland. Depending on its size and strength, the impact along the East Coast remains to be seen. It is likely going to generate our notorious, infamous, deadly rip currents.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully, y'all, the water is too blasted cold for you to get out there and do some swimming. That will be the only gracious thing that occurs. It's too cold for you to put your buns in it. Stay out of the water. Fishermen who love surf fishing, it's great. Cast that line from the shoreline on dry land, okay, from the beach itself. Just throw it a little bit harder. It'll get there. You don't have to walk out there 10 or 15 feet and get knocked down by a wave while you're wearing your waders. Let me tell you about waders. Water comes in, it does not come out. Water is heavy. Water is heavy. Water, you know how much a 5-gallon can of gasoline weighs when you pick it up? Water is heavier than gas. Got it? Try to carry it around inside those waders. You can't move your legs. You're not going to swim against it, and you're going to go down, 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 down. That's just the way things work. So don't get into the water. Don't go offshore. Just stay here for a while. We'll let you know next week when it's safe to venture out there.
Yeah, interesting. Not the fish, but I want to talk about birds for a second. The hurricane hunters that go into these hurricanes, they were so bad. It was so bad yesterday they had to turn around and leave.
Yeah.
Before they did, they took videos, and I've never seen this in all the 40 plus years of tracking hurricanes. They have never seen lightning coming out of the center of the storm.
Yep.
And they said that there were birds stuck in the center because they couldn't get out.
With big storms like this, as they're forming up, birds will gather in the center of a storm. And there are very tropical birds that end up in the United States as a result. Mm-hmm. That's happened many times in the past.
Yeah.
There's no telling what you'll find after this thing passes by, not in the United States, but, Cuba, the Bahamas, Bermuda could get some of those Caribbean birds way up yonder.
Has there ever been like fish caught up in it? I know it sounds silly.
I wouldn't think it's silly. I would say
impossible. Where you mean going up into the sky?
Yes, going up into the center of the storm. As it crosses over the water.
Probably not, because it's rotating, but it's the fish. There's a thing below the surface of that water called deep water.
Right.
Safest place, go way down. If I had to be on a boat, I'd be on the USS North Carolina submarine, somewhere below 800 feet of water.
Chris, that's how they made the Sharknado movies.
Oh, God. Here we go.
Sharknado.
All right, let's take a look at the weather. Gale warning is in effect through late tonight around here, okay? This is the marine forecast. Northeasterly winds, 25 to 30 knots offshore with gusts to 40 knots. Do not go there. If that wasn't enough, seas 7 to 10 feet. Do not go there. 4 to 6 near shore. You wouldn't go in 4 to 6 footers on a calm day otherwise, would you? Now's not the time. Sounds and rivers very rough. Northeasterly winds tomorrow, 20 to 25 knots. Gust to 30. Seas coming down just a little bit, 7 to 10. Well, they're still going to be up there 10 footers at the max, 4 to 6 footers on the beach. That's not good. Sounds and rivers rough, but not very rough tomorrow. What the difference is, I don't know. Southwesterly winds on Thursday, 20 to 25 knots. The winds are going to switch around as this coastal storm passes by us. From the northeast today, tomorrow, and getting tomorrow night, they're going to switch around by Thursday. 180 degrees out, southwesterly winds 20 to 25 knots on Thursday, seas 6 to 9. Sounds and rivers will continue to be rough.
Okay, today, rain, cloudy with 161, north wind 15 to 17 miles per hour with gusts as high as 32. Tonight, a chance of rain, cloudy with a low around 52. Wednesday, a slight chance of showers, mostly cloudy with a high near 68. And Thursday, concerning showers and thunderstorms likely during the day, then becoming sunny with a high near 69.
Yay.
So
it's football night Thursday.
Yeah, and so for the game, it's fortunate that both teams are local in town.
Right. And they're right here. They don't have to travel.
Right.
And White Oak can come calling from White Oak Vikings are going to come over to Jacksonville High, Cardinal Stadium. 7 o'clock is the game time on Thursday. It's not going to be on Friday. That's going to be Halloween where you'll get the bejesus scared out of you. Whatever. Anyway,
Jesus.
Thursday, you can you come on down because Jacksonville is 8-0. Check out the stats. Have you looked at the stats yet, lady?
Oh, yes.
Lady Blue?
Yes.
Undefeated?
Yes.
Conference play? Undefeated?
Yes.
4-0. Number one.
That's
in
right.
the conference.
Hey,
number one.
I'm on it.
Yep,
I'm on it.
Yeah.
For those that don't remember, when Chris came on at the beginning of the year and was giving the predictions.
Chris Miller.
Chris Miller, our buddy down on the field, who doesn't like attention, but he got some from you, and he got some from me. But
he will get more. If he's wrong, you're gonna get a lot more.
The Cardinals were predicted to finish third. Surprise!
That's kind of like polls, which I'm going to talk about a little bit later on too. That's kind of like polls that can't count on those little suckers.
No,
because people defy what the people the experts claim in advance, based upon information that was available during the latter part of the summer when the team started playing out there and training, and Chris didn't make all those predictions.
Oh, no.
Those predictions are made by other people, and he's a reporter. He's not making the predictions except week by week. And Chris, I'm gonna bet you by tomorrow. What's today? Tuesday. By Thursday morning, when you come on the air, you're going to be telling us who the winner is going to be Thursday night.
He'll
But
make
do
his
not
prediction.
jinx us.
No, he'll make his prediction.
Do not jinx
No,
us.
that's Royce.
That's Royce.
Royce.
Chris, we're blaming it on Royce.
There's a friend of yours in L.A. that would like to see you Thursday. Just go on over.
We should have Royce come in Thursday,
Why?
just so we can go ahead and
We're
make
going to
sure
tempt
he.
fate. Oh, well, I can do that. I got some big alligator clips.
If I could, real quick for our update on Reach Across America.
Yes.
For our family here that has been so supportive, and for all those who have and are continuing to support us. Yesterday, got a phone call from Coldwell Seacoast Realty, and they have talked to their corporate office. They're donating $1,000.
Whoa! That's a whole lot of. That's a whole lot of.
That is a whole lot of wreaths.
Thank you, Caldwell.
And yes, and I'll be speaking to their realtors. They're having a office meeting,
And he's going to be visiting all the ladies' clubs, the women's clubs in the area.
Here we
I'm
go.
doing my very best. Anyone that would like to have me there, and just to give you an update, we're going at this moment. We have about half. There's 1,500 veterans buried at Onslow Memorial Hospital. So clap is in is great because we have
Onslow Memorial Hospital.
Onslow Memorial. I'm sorry,
Park.
Onslow Memorial
I
Park.
want to do that in the hospital.
No, Onslow Memorial Park.
Yes.
We have half of the
That's
grave
great.
sites.
That's excellent.
We're sorry, Penny.
Yeah, Penny, I apologize. And then at the State Veterans Cemetery, we have about 2,500. So we're
of the 8,000.
Chris, I'm predicting it's going to be such a huge success.
We got to get out there. We got a month now, a little over a month. I'll give you 5 weeks to get all the money in. 5 weeks to get all this money in, y'all. $17 a pop for one wreath.
One wreath.
2 for $34. Get it done. Let's get her done now. Don't wait any longer.
And as this happens, we're having to ask for more volunteers to help lay the wreath. So we have Junior ROTC from Camp Lejeune. We have 2 Boy Scout troops. We have the Junior ROTC whole program coming out to Onslow Memorial Park to help.
Good.
We have some civic organizations that have to have stepped out. The celebration at 9:00 at Onslow Memorial Park will be military based. So we have each branch having their branches wreath laid at the beginning of the ceremony by someone that served in that branch.
Right,
Good.
right. Yeah.
So very, very excited about
Sounds
that.
good, Chris.
And
that's good.
it's actually been 1 year. 1 year ago, we started wreaths honoring our fallen veterans.
Yes,
1
you
year.
did.
Love it. Thank you. You and Stephanie and Kathy. Y'all, you're Mormon.
I just
You
get
married 2
allowed to
women at the
talk on
same
here.
time, right?
He's more Mormon than you think. Yeah.
Kathy does so much work,
She does.
and she needs that
Keeps you
ultra
straight.
ego. And I tell people, and I hope they believe it. I just go around and talk because that's all I'm good at.
Well, you're good at it, and that's proven at the ball games too. Because you showed a bunch of fans the other night, Friday night.
You had us all riled up. We were just ramped.
And the coach is he was happy with you. The coach's wife is happy with you. Now you got happy wife, happy life. So
That's
the
right.
coach's wife was happy.
Happy coach.
The coach is happy.
Happy
The
players.
Team, the team.
It all
won.
rolls downhill.
And the word came back that it got the team motivated as well because they can hear you.
Yeah.
They can't hear us, the fans.
Yeah.
You got a PA system. You got a big mouth, boy. Did you know that?
I would like to say I have a loud voice.
Same
My
thing.
big mouth.
Same thing. That's where I'm going with that one. But anyway, yeah, good. And thanks for stepping up to the plate there.
Oh,
And the fans' time of need. Now, let me explain something to y'all too. Chris is not just another voice; he is a cardinal.
That's right.
He, like the rest of us here, graduated from Jacksonville High School. Go, 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 Cards.
Well, just throwing it out there, we have a guest coming in at 8:00. Jerome Willingham.
Mhm.
He's a Cardinal also.
I know he is.
And do you know he was in 12th grade when he was in first grade? I'm going to let him explain that one to you. Yep.
Oh, I'm fairly good with numbers, but
That math is not working.
Yeah, you can ask him about that. He was a 12th grader when he was in first grade. And I was like, okay. And he explained it. And so I'm going to let him explain it to you when he comes in.
It's been a while since I've done anything, prepared anything in advance for a political situation, right? But I got one.
Well, okay, go with
Ready?
it.
I got some comments after I was reading a bunch of different news over the last couple of days, different sources. So with your permission, I'm going to steal a couple of minutes and talk about the ex-president, since he seems to be a big topic again these days. Harry Truman, the president who boldly proclaimed when he took office that whatever happens during his presidency, the buck stops with him. No one else is to blame but him, right? That's what he said. That's an honorable thing to say and a manly attribute. I will give you that. That is, if the president is actually aware of what's going on around him. Pretty sure that Give 'em Hell Harry was indeed fully aware of most everything in those days. That's what he was known as.
Give him Hell Harry. Okay.
In some cases, the top dog in the current situation, POTUS, may be shielded from nefarious events surrounding his presidency. Though the administration and family and staunch supporters shielded as best they could President Biden's cognitive issues from the world, and situations are being uncovered that point at the 4 years he was in charge, suggesting that bad things were actually going on during his time at BAT. Do any of you, really believe that Biden was aware of questionable actions that were happening at the Federal Bureau of Investigation? That's a secret group of people anyway, right? By nature, by law, by practice. They don't reveal everything, not even to the president. If you think J. Edgar Hoover clued in every president during his lifelong tenure in the Bureau, no. They all knew what he actually had on them, probably, but they didn't know. I've never been a Biden fan, I'll tell you that, and that was a long time before the serious effort to throw him into office by the Democrat National Committee and Democrat supporters, and especially by Trump haters. In his prime as a U.S. Senator, I never paid him much attention, and I cannot recall anything significant he ever did as a U.S. Senator. And you're looking at the sky for help. There is nobody up there going to help you because nobody has that information. Honestly, to be absolutely honest with you, that's the case with the majority of our elected legislators, Republicans and Democrats. Other than making noise when they hate what those from the opposition party are pushing, how many of you can think of anything significant right now that any legislators have done or are doing today, significant that will go down in history forever and ever and ever? Okie dokie. You don't hurt yourselves. Don't hurt yourselves. Jeopardy is up. There will only be a few such things. Hopefully, there will only be a few. Most of those folks do the routine work of keeping this country moving in the right direction, and that kind of grunt work does not make good news copy, so we don't know. Period. So I'm not complaining about not knowing. They're getting the work done. The things that we see on the evening news, the individuals come running. I'll guarantee you, if you could see a background surveillance camera, security camera, and watch when they adjourn a session or take a break, you would see the same individuals exiting those doors and finding the nearest camera. They've got spotters out there looking for the news people with cameras. That's a fact. If any of our legislators actually stand out, it's generally because they have big mouths and contribute to the noise pollution on Capitol Hill. Right now, the headlines are that the FBI whistleblower, remember him? He's the guy that let the cat out of the bag on the Bureau's politically motivated activities, was harassed by the brass once he was identified. That's what is coming out now. One report shows that his wife was interrogated and refused her right to shut up and get an attorney. She requested it. They said, no, you can't have it. True or not? I don't know. Good possibility. But why is this Biden's fault? Why is it Biden's fault? The Republicans and a lot of non-Republicans alike, like me, have maintained that Biden was clueless about what was actually happening under his own nose. So why are they holding his feet to the fire, blaming him for all of this? Guys, you can't have it both ways. If he was challenged in his cognitive ways, then how can he be responsible for what was going on? We all complained about that. But if he didn't know what was going on then, how can we blame him now for what was going on then? If you want to blame someone, start with his staff, the so-called administration. They covered it up. The top dogs at the FBI and the DOJ just as responsible as far as keeping everything from Biden and pushing this man. The First Lady holds a bit of responsibility for that too. She could and should have put her foot down a long time ago. There are others out there who want to blame Kamala. All she had to do, though, was to do nothing and let Biden fade away. It was going to happen. She was no one without Biden's name attached. If Biden had not sought re-election, who among the Democrats actually believes that Democrat voters would have selected Kamala Harris, a person whose likable meter was lower than her boss's? Do you think she could have ever been selected by the Democrats to run in 2024? As a 2020 loser, it's doubtful that Donald Trump could have come back if the Democrats had found a viable candidate in 2024. They didn't. They were dumb. They should have put Biden out to pasture before the campaign had started and before he was chosen as the nominee. The point is, it's time to leave Biden alone. If criminal acts actually occurred, then the DOJ should seek indictments against federal agents and anyone else involved, take them to trial, and if a jury decides they're guilty, lock them up. The Bidens are no longer players in this political world. That time has come and gone. The ship has sailed. My nickel's worth.
I think there yeah. I mean, I think there's some valid points to that. My own personal one is I'd start with his wife and son, who let him be abused.
And did a bit of the abusing with his actions and activities.
Oh yeah.
I mean, he was as responsible for the president's plight as anybody else. He drove him over the edge too.
Yeah.
Okay. Look in the mirror, Hunter.
Yeah. I think
you're guilty.
They, and then within the Democratic Party, which in itself is interesting, the Chuck Schumer and Hakeem Jeffries ratings in New York have gone down at least 15%.
Good.
But then they turn it around and go, but their support within the Democratic Party
outside New York.
Yeah. They have their support. I just, for the life of me, don't understand it. And he's not listening. I know he's not listening, but Charlie, you're in California. Get this message to Gavin Newsom. Don't waste your time running.
Yeah, please go ahead.
Okay, you want him?
He's exactly what the Democrats should put up there.
Well,
and then we'll put you up there. The fans in Onslow County with the Cardinal Stadium will put you in first.
Yeah.
We're going to put a ballot box right there at the stadium.
But you're right. Go ahead.
Yep.
It'll get you out of California's hair. Look at Kamala. She's one and done in California. Goodbye.
She still believes she's going to be the first woman president.
Well, you know there was.
She does.
Of what? A women's club? I don't think she could be elected president of a women's club.
A couple weeks ago.
They're smarter than that.
A couple of weeks ago, it came out with a story speculating that Kamala was going to run for president, and guess who she was going to choose as her VP? AOC. I won't let you guess.
Oh, no.
And I'm like-
Please let that be the case.
I'm like,
Talk
well,
about a
that's a
disastrous.
sure winner right there.
Yeah, it is for the whoever runs against them.
So I want to be president, and I want to be
Human.
Could you imagine those
Politician.
two together? Oh,
Well, here's one that was floated yesterday. I read it. I did not read any beyond the headlines. Trump as vice president for vets.
Oh.
Can that even be done legally? I don't think so. Because, I mean, he can't serve another term. Can he finish out a term if he was chosen as the vice president? And Vance would win if that was the case. He cannot serve. He cannot be elected again. Does it mean he cannot serve again? I think that would be a question for the Supreme Court.
let's not be changing the Constitution.
Well,
I mean,
and that's what it would take.
yes, that's right. It would
But-
take changing the Constitution.
But he plays the press so well.
If it was Ronald Reagan in
Yes.
Ronald Reagan's heyday, he
Uh-huh.
could have pulled that one off and could have gotten the support in all likelihood
Yeah.
of the people and the Supreme Court. Donald Trump ain't Ronald Reagan.
No, and I read it would take 38 states. It would take
Agreeing on anything? Good
yeah.
luck.
a constitutional amendment. But he plays the press so that it's a beautiful idea, isn't it? For me to be a third term, it's a beautiful idea. Next thing you know, he's running.
Then they run with that. That Blaine Scott, come on.
Trump is not a politician. He's not your conventional president.
Oh.
And some of the stuff that he comes out with, I'm just like,
He's a mystic. He does the little shell game. He moves that
Yes.
shell around, and
Yes.
that pea is not under any of them. Come on, you know better than that.
he's already eaten that pea with his salad.
Well, he asked him about Putin saying that they now have a missile that will travel 9,000 miles.
No, he doesn't.
And Trump said, well, that's fine. We've got a nuclear sub off the coast of Russia. It doesn't need to be 8,000 miles away. It's right there.
Yeah, they can reach you with a BB gun. They're watching you now.
Some of the stuff.
Yeah.
And I just love the way he goes after news people.
Yeah.
Oh, you're fake news. Get out. I'm like, okay.
It's like AI, artificial intelligence. It's fake intelligence.
Yeah.
And artificial news is fake news. I don't know where they came up with fake news. If it's generated, if there's nothing there except speculation, ain't no news in that.
Yeah.
Okay, that's kind of like spaghetti models for hurricanes. That's about as fake as it gets.
Going back to Trump, how come we've not heard any more about the hunting stand, alleged stand that was found in the trees over near the airport?
Somebody
heard
says that
anything?
somebody says it was a story from some guy who had been in there for off and on for a period of time. It was not used for hunting. There's no hunting allowed in there. It wasn't used for poaching. You'd be caught, duh. Here, and it was probably used by a photographer. That's a possibility for what's he looking for?
Right.
Yeah.
At an airport. I know it was something that was put up there, and it may have been there for years. How many tree houses, tree stands, other things as a kid did you get involved in?
Oh my gosh.
We just climbed them. I just
Yeah.
Well, I
climbed 'em.
climbed them, but we took pieces of wood. Well, in this family, in a construction family, I had lots of wood,
Yeah.
and
You build them.
I built a lot of stuff up in the trees.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I've got a tree stand in the woods behind the house, and I don't hunt, but it's up there. If I want to go up
Just
there
in
and
case.
spend some time.
That's Chris's man cave.
Does Stephanie or Kathy know about that?
Yeah, when things get hot in the house.
Yeah, she.
Chris
she
goes
knows
to
about-
his man cave.
It's interesting. Sunday morning, one of the commanders from the Naval Hospital, I was talking to him, and we were talking about the challenge of the golf match with the president. He goes, "Well, yeah, it would be a good idea to have the match at the Gold Course at at Lejeune. He goes, but you got to make sure there's no tree stands around. I just lost it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. And, you know, a lot's been said about, well, you know, Trump's been, why didn't somebody from the Secret Service find that before? I'm not sure how many times since he was president that he actually has been in and out of that airport. Has it been a lot since he's been president? 6 months, 7 months now, whatever.
He goes home a lot. I will say that the Secret Service said during their investigation that that tree stand was not there 2 months prior. Whether they did a thorough check of everything,
likely they did,
and did not see it then. So I don't know. I was just curious because it was a hot topic a couple of weeks ago, and all of a sudden it just dropped.
Mm-hmm.
What happened?
It was something to talk about for a week or 3 days, or 2 days, and then it's history.
Yeah,
nothing came of it. Nothing came of it. Can't prove it. Can't disprove it.
Right.
You have?
I have a PSA for everyone. The North Carolina Department of Transportation is set to hold a meeting on a proposed project in Onslow County. That's tonight.
Bonnie Green Road is not again.
Tuesday, October 28th.
Boom.
We are the 28th, correct? Okay.
I'm opposed to it.
6:30 p.m. There will be an open house 1 hour before. At 5:30 p.m., the hearing will be held at Jacksonville Commons Elementary School and will cover the proposed project of extending the Jacksonville Parkway from NC 53 to US 17. The NCDOT hopes.
NC 53.
Yeah, which is Western Boulevard. Western Boulevard. Okay.
From Western Boulevard to US 17.
Mm-hmm.
NCDOT hopes that this will help mobility in the area and alleviate traffic.
NC 53 from Western Boulevard to where?
17.
Jacksonville Parkway. Is it Parkway or no?
They said the extending Jacksonville Parkway from NC 53, which is Western Boulevard,
Well, wait a minute.
to US 17.
NC 53 is the Burgaw Highway as well. Are they
Yes.
talking about from that end across and around to the Parkway?
Maybe so.
That's I'm not.
That's a lot of.
Well, yeah.
That's a lot of
But going
extension.
from Western Boulevard, it already goes to US 17.
Well, maybe
So-
one of us should go to the meeting tonight and get the scoop.
Let us know how it works out for you.
Yeah. Okay.
So Jacksonville
Okay.
Parkway, if I'm right, and I go there a lot, and I'm doing it by the signs, runs parallel to Western Boulevard,
Yes, part
Mhm.
part of the way. Yes.
part of the way. So I can only imagine it would be the 53 burger. That was too funny.
That's the one that would make
Yeah.
sense.
Well, 53 starts at Lejeune. And
Right.
53
Western.
starts. 53 starts in Burgaw or on the other side.
No, I'm talking in Jacksonville. Right
Mhm.
there. As soon as you turn off of Lejeune Boulevard onto
Yeah.
Western, you sign 53. Because
Yep.
I always thought they put it there by mistake.
So not-
That goes all the way down through Western.
Mhm.
And somehow eventually it will connect to the 53 that's over by known as Burgaw Highway. I don't know. Anthony, I'll have to call Anthony. Anthony, please. Look,
Show me a map
the
tomorrow.
53
Just
was
show me a
confusing to
map
begin with.
of the proposal.
Yes,
It's the
but
only
they
thing
have
you can
one
look at.
online. Yes, I'll pull it for you.
We'll do that.
Which
There
I
we go.
looked at and I was like, what?
If any of our listeners want to call and say hello, 910-333-0139, and I'm sure Jerome will.
I'm sure you
Uh,
will.
And this is a good time to call and ask because there's not going to be no forums.
That's right.
Yeah, no forums for this election.
It's done.
They already had them.
It's over.
Oh, they did?
Where were you?
I don't know. Well, I don't live in the city, so
Yeah, that's true. No, the
I'm in
Chamber of
between.
Commerce had them.
Yeah, I'm in between.
Yes. All right. There's your information. People go.
A Newport man is in the Carteret County Hotel, the bed and breakfast, as some people call it, on some serious drug charges. 45-year-old Albert Greer was charged with 12 counts of trafficking in methamphetamine, conspiracy to traffic in methamphetamine, 2 counts of possession with intent to manufacture, sell, or deliver a Schedule II substance, 2 counts of selling a Schedule II substance, and 2 counts of delivering a Schedule II substance. Greer is in the jailhouse on a $750,000 secured bond. Secured bond. What is that? It means it takes cash to get you out. Deputies say they made undercover drug buys from the man, then seized a quantity of several types of illegal substances in addition to those that he sold them. This is the one that got me yesterday. A police lieutenant with the North Carolina Capitol Police Department arrested Sunday in Carteret County on several charges, including going armed to the terror of people. Okay, he's a cop. He's got a gun.
Right.
Communicating threats. He's got a cop. He's a cop. He's got a gun, but he can't communicate threats. Shooting a gun within 400 feet of one or more residences and injury to real property. 56-year-old Stephen Stell, he lives in Raleigh, is accused of firing a pistol into the ground in the presence of another while screaming he was going to kill them. The incident, they're calling it, happened on Saturday. Deputies arrested Stell in Carteret County on Sunday. Court documents also accuse Stell of threatening another man, saying, "I have a gun, I will shoot you." And he's accused of firing a gun within 400 feet of the 5 or more homes. Finally, Stell is accused of damaging a gate latch. Not sure about any of this. The details are extremely sketchy, except the matter-of-fact details about what he's charged with. The details of what happened will no doubt be forthcoming. He's got a trial scheduled for January. I'm sure things will evolve, take place. A lot going to happen between now and then. He's still on the payroll.
Don't tell me he's got mental health issues. He's just stupid. He's stupid.
Well, no.
I have a story for you.
Go ahead.
Halloween's coming up.
Friday.
And you know, most of us don't get the traffic that we used to get.
Thank you.
Yeah, coming to the houses. Let me tell you about this family and that what they...
When they're 30 years old, I don't need them knocking on my door begging for candy.
This was in Virginia, and I can't wait to hear... I know what you're going to say. Can't wait to hear you.
Boom.
People wearing Halloween masks banged on a family store in Alexandria, Virginia.
Good luck.
And said they would break in and kill the residents. People investigated the case as an attempted burglary and later learned that relatives were responsible and had been filming what they called a prank. The prank could have been deadly. We all know that.
Would have been deadly.
Well,
in some cases, not
the
mine.
The woman living in there, she had called her brother, and he arrived with a gun now. Okay, add to the chaos. A terrified woman.
He wasn't a member of the family pulling the stunt.
No. But the terrified woman
Ooh.
called 911 the night of October 14th after people in unsettling costumes tugged on the doorknob and said they were her worst nightmare and threatened, "If you do not come out, we will come in."
My daughter many years ago, many years ago, was throwing a surprise party for my birthday. Little Candy was throwing a surprise party with some help. And it invited a whole bunch of people over. And then a couple of the guys from the drug unit, one of them in particular called me and said he needed me to go assist in some stuff. And so dragged me out of the house at 4:00 on a Saturday afternoon. Well, I drove and he wouldn't look at me. Well, good God, come on. You're not looking at me. You're not, and you won't look at me. And then I know. I said, "Buster." And he turns, "What? What time are you supposed to take me home? I know what today is." He said, I don't know what you're talking about. Oh, God, you're a liar. Good God. Cops can lie better than that, but you can't lie to other cops like that.
Right.
It doesn't work, dude. So we drove around for a while, and then lo and behold, he called. We had a situation to develop. And Buster and one of the other guys ended up at the hospital with injuries and a big brouhaha fight on some drugs and a guy who had escaped the day before after he'd been arrested for bank robbery. So anyway, I got home. I got a ride home no cars in my driveway, no cars in front of the house, nothing like that. The house was relatively dark, quiet. And I said, drive around the block. We drive down around the block. Lots of cars parked on the shoulder all around. I said, okay, take me home. I slipped in the back door. I said, just leave me off here. I'll see you. I walked into the back door. I walked in smack dab in the middle of the whole group. I had poured myself something to drink, and I walked in, and then somebody hollered, "Oh, God, he's here." One of my great friends, he used to call the show here, Eddie. He's passed away a couple of years back. He was a deputy. And he told me, he says, I had everything I could do. They were going to jump out of the bushes when you got home to scare you. I explained to them that was going to be one of the dumbest things and probably the last thing they would be doing. I said, thank you, Eddie. I didn't want to have to put up with that paperwork and clean my gun. So,
well, the end of this
don't
story,
do things like that.
the end of this story, the victims who felt like the threat was real, of course I would have too, decided not to press charges, and the police didn't press any charges either. So happy ending, but learning experience.
Yeah, well, it comes. When you started reading, I had a thought. I need to go back to the range. So
That's all.
what
good.
do I need to go to the range for?
What's all good?
And somebody can tell me some of the funniest jokes in the world and see if I can hit the target. Because if somebody comes up to my door like that and plays those kinds of games, I know I'm going to be laughing when I'm trying to shoot them. And I just want to make sure I can still hit the target while I'm busting a gut laughing.
You remember, let them come in first before you shoot.
Not quite exactly the law.
This,
All I have to do is feel threatened.
all right, this one would do it then.
I'm not going to shoot through a door.
I wouldn't either. I'd just wait for them to open the door.
Well, there you go. That's what I mean.
They don't have to come in.
Those people that use and sell drugs in Onslow County are very afraid, and they should be, of Onslow County's finest, the sheriff's department and the police department. The dumbest ones, I believe, probably I can now verify are in Carteret County. Not that I use, not that I buy.
Would it be Newport, Chris?
That's a hub.
Would it be in a trailer park in Newport?
It very well could be,
That's
and I
right.
got to tell you, that was classic. They bust the
Yes.
man and the woman. The sheriff Hasten Buck walks out with a sign that they had in the trailer.
Tell him, Chris. Tell him. Tell him what it said.
I'm sorry. It says, I say no to drugs,
Yes.
but they won't listen. And they got busted for.
That was the funniest thing, watching Asa walk out with that sign. And he said, can you believe this?
Yes, I can.
You know, it was in their house, the
Yeah.
house of drugs.
I can believe it.
Their
Say
money,
no to drugs.
Yeah.
I say no to drugs. I was like, oh, man.
with their cash, their drugs, and I swear it looked like 2 police badges.
That's one for Polk County, Florida. We have to send that to the judge.
Yeah, there's a reason
Judge
they
Grady.
call it dope. Okay?
Yeah.
Because dope for drugs is a name. Dope for people who do drugs is another description. Okay.
I'm glad you brought that
It
one
just
up.
the lady looked lost. She's there with her hands in the handcuffs, and the officer's leading her. She's doesn't know which way to
Surprise! I'm going to get Buchanan in here one of these days. Paul Buchanan. He's got about 1.2 million stories.
Oh,
about
I'm
how
sure Paul does.
dumb the people are. They are. I mean, good God. The stupid stuff that they do and say and help me out here. One of these days you're going to sit down over here just like Jack did the other day.
Yeah.
Jack Brighton, and we just want to hear the dumb people.
Well, that would be all the ones that are using and selling drugs.
Some people just eat up with stupid. Just eat up with stupid. That's all there is to it. That's all I can tell you.
Well, they just. I don't know that they were looking for leniency when they go to court and their defense attorney goes, "But Judge, they did have this sign."
No, you probably don't want to do that. Okay.
Yeah. So get ready, listeners. 910-333-0139 is one of our candidates for city council has joined us.
And I got your mic turned off. I got your mic turned off. I'm not. Yeah, I haven't allowed you to get on the air yet.
You're okay, Drew. Yours is.
No, his is off too.
Oh, it's just you and I?
Yeah, because they were talking to each other.
Oh, okay.
And they were trying to talk around us. They didn't care.
Trying to be quiet.
So,
Okay.
you know,
I think they're
while,
ready.
while they're getting ready, you think I'll tell a lawyer joke?
Go ahead.
You know,
Oh, no.
I like lawyer jokes. Do you like lawyer jokes? I bet you. I know a lot of people that like lawyer jokes. I know some lawyers that like lawyer jokes. So there's in a southern court, small town, the DA, the prosecuting attorney, he called his first witness. It turned out to be a grandmotherly type lady, elderly. Called her up to the stand. He approached her and says, "Mrs. Jones, do you know me?" And she said, "Why, yes, I do know you, Mr. Williams. I've known you since you were a boy, and frankly, you've been a big disappointment to me. You lie, you cheat on your wife, and you manipulate people and talk about them behind their backs. You think you're a big shot when you haven't the brains to realize you'll never amount to anything more than a 2-bit paper pusher." "Yes, I know you." The lawyer was stunned, didn't know what to say. So he pointed across the room and asked Mrs. Jones, "Do you know the defense attorney?" Trying to get the monkey off his back. She can reply, "Well, yes, I do. I've known Mr. Bradley since he was a youngster, too. He's lazy, bigoted, and he has a drinking problem. He can't build a normal relationship with anyone, and his law practice is one of the worst in the entire state. Not to mention, he cheated on his wife with 3 different women, and one of them, by the way, was your wife." "Yes, I know him." The defense attorney about to have a fit. The judge then called both of the lawyers to approach the bench, and he said, quiet voice, "If either of you idiots ask her if she knows me, I'll send you both to jail." I love lawyer jokes. Jerome, how are you?
Good morning. Good
I'm
morning,
not,
everyone.
you're not a lawyer, are you?
I don't practice law. I have a better job right here.
Thank goodness.
I just, you know, I got a lot of friends who are lawyers, so I try to stock my pile with lawyer jokes because they always love them.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Well, they tell them too. Come on, give me a break. Jerome Willingham, a man about town, been around this area forever as a Cardinal. Do you know the words to the Cardinal fight song?
No, I did not. You gonna sing this morning?
No, I will not.
Okay,
I will not. Yeah, that's absolutely good. I did find out what they were, though.
Yeah.
I'm going to print them out for tomorrow. I had one of my classmates from '66 to send them to me when I put out the word. I was looking for them.
I thought about doing it Friday night, and I said, they don't deserve that.
Do you know them?
Yeah, you sent them to me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, so you didn't know them before I sent them.
I did not know
Okay.
before.
I tried practicing.
It's a little tough, isn't it?
It's a little catchy to get those breaks in there.
You
Where
got to get it
They're
exactly
supposed to
right
be.
with the music.
anyway, we have Jerome
We
Willingham
do.
in the studio this morning.
Man about town.
Yes, Jerome is a past city councilman, and you served how many years?
Probably
Cumulative?
about 15.
15 years.
15.
Yeah,
Yeah, 15. Yeah.
and now he's running for election to Ward 1.
It's almost kind of like re-election, but not. I don't know how
Consecutively.
I claim re-election.
Okay, that's
There
what
you
I,
go.
Yeah,
you got some signs already printed with re-election on them.
not this year.
Oh, didn't they?
I went a new route.
Oh,
Yeah,
I got
yeah.
the little print that gives a lot of information. It makes the cars pull over. And what is he talking about?
Oh,
Nice
really?
logo.
Good
Yeah.
idea. I hadn't thought about that
Yeah,
one.
his signs are they say the consensus builder, TCB, affordable housing. And I know you're going to explain all
Oh,
that
yeah.
to us. But before you do, I told Rayford this morning that you can claim that when you were in first grade, you were also in 12th grade.
That
Neither one of
that
them,
one I got to figure out.
neither one of them could figure it out.
There's
And I
got to
said,
be a riddle there.
Can you say genius?
yes,
All right.
genius.
You were in the first. How old were you? Let's just back up. I got to ask you a couple of questions, sir.
Okay, let's go.
Okay.
How old were you at
6.
this time? So you were 6 years of age in the first grade, and also in the 12th grade at the same time
I like the way she put
as
that,
a 6-year-old.
but no, I was in high school.
You were in high school.
Yeah.
At age 6.
Yes.
And you were in the first grade at 6.
Yeah.
You got a twin brother by different parents, right?
Negative. When in the 60s, grades 1 through 12 went to Georgetown High School. So
That's right. They did.
Before I was a Cardinal,
There you go.
I was a Panther.
Okay.
Georgetown High School.
There we go.
Yeah.
But you graduated Jacksonville High
Yes, it is.
as a Cardinal.
Yes, it is.
That's what counts, right?
See, that makes me feel
Well,
good.
throw
'cause
Howard University in there because I got a lot of education from there.
In between the first and the sixth grade. You know, you're really confusing me.
When he told me that, believe me, I had the same result. Like, what?
Little trivia.
That is a good one.
Right, that's I like that one.
Yeah.
Well, I went to 5 years of at Jacksonville, what is now Jacksonville High School.
Great.
And
5?
at 5
It took
years.
you 5?
It took me 5 years.
There's only 4 for me.
But the first year that the building opened, the
Uh-huh.
current high school location,
Mhm.
when it moved from over yonder downtown,
Mhm.
it was a junior high. And I was in the 8th grade. I was going into the 8th grade at that time. So I spent the first year, the only year of junior high I had, because 1st through 8th used to be elementary school.
Mhm.
I went through 1st through 7th at Clyde Irwin, went to the 8th grade at what is now Jacksonville High School, but for the first year, it was the junior high
Okay.
as they got things ready.
That's how they
and
do
then
things.
and then the ninth
Mhm.
grade. Well, it's just till they could get the building ready. I guess they were asking us as juvenile delinquents. You know, junior high kids are juvenile delinquents, aren't they? Worst years in life.
Yeah, I said junior high.
Yeah, it is. I drove a school bus and hauled them out later on. They are the terrible, worst. But anyway, they got it broken into. We broke all the windows out, so they had to replace them. So, just kidding. But anyway, then 4th through 4 years in high school, 9th through the 12th,
I cannot get your website
Now you
to
got
work
all that.
this morning.
straightened out.
What's going
Okay,
on?
you're running again. You've been out 4 years,
8.
8 years.
It's been a long time.
8. Wow.
So-
Where's the progress?
Got New Bridge Street.
Sure, I'm throwing it down
We
there.
we designed New Bridge Street and approved it.
There's where the progress is.
That was my council.
Okay. You're a mayor.
Yeah,
He's
my
got a
council
lot
did
here.
that.
But there's you decided you want to go and have another shot at it.
Yeah. It's a lot of stuff, a lot of work.
A lot of stuff to
Needs to
be
be
done.
done.
What's missing?
Jacksonville Harbor, Riverwalk Harbor.
Okay,
A river is just a road to somewhere.
it is.
Give it a destination. A harbor is a destination.
Mhm.
In a harbor in Baltimore, National Harbor in Maryland.
Curtis
We
Bay.
we visited these places when like 15 years ago when we bought Howard Johnson to get the blueprint on how to do these things. Where is it? If you can take 2 years and come up with Uptown in Williamsburg, right? That's the project that they're rolling out, the
Right.
250 acres that they bought instead of fixing up New River Apartments. If you can do that in 2 years, where is Jacksonville Harbor?
Mm-hmm.
Where's the harbor?
On the river.
Yes.
Okay.
We talked about it. Jack Bright, the county commissioners, Barbara Eichner. We had a committee. We were moving when I was on council, and nothing since then about that. They may be working on a little something now, but 2 years you can do Uptown in Williamsburg, and you can't do downtown, which everybody knows is going to be a success. Everything we've done downtown has been a success. Riverwalk Crossing, begot Riverwalk Landing, Laguna Bay. I did the easements for that. Okay. So we need those transformational ideas that people that result in action by way of consensus building. We claim I did this, I did that. Okay, but you got to have the idea, transformational idea, and then you have to be able to build a consensus. That's what I mean by the consensus builder, because I've shown that I've done that, and that's what I put on the signs. Because last time when I came out of office, they do the thank you program, and they had all these things. It's a video, all these things I did, and afterwards people will say, "You did that? You did that?" I don't think you can find a councilman in history of the city that touched more transformation than I did. Okay. So I listed.
Tell me
what
about
people
this
said.
river downtown, the River Junction. Is that what you called it?
The
Or
river.
River
Harbor.
Harbor.
River,
Harbor.
River Harbor.
Yes.
Where is that proposed? So where are you talking about?
My
The whole area?
Yeah.
Okay.
My proposal, and something that we talked about with the committee between Michael Lazar was on the committee. He and I represented the city,
Mhm.
and we had 3 kind of commissioners. We talked about the Howard Johnson property. We talked about the Fisherman's Wharf property. The back of the courthouse, we own that. We talked about doing something with that other than a parking area. We talked about mixed use. The same things that they're talking about with Uptown, we talked about for that area.
What happened to the Fisherman's Wharf? Of course, it got tied up in all sorts of litigation
Right.
when the Bynums passed. And I don't know what the end result was, but there were some issues. I don't know whether they weren't city generated issues. They were to do with what the most of us would like to see done there.
Mhm.
The state got involved with their waterfront issues that we have to do something about.
Might be environmental things.
It was environmental. I mean, they did everything. State does a lot of environmental on the river. And I mean, it was already a harbor there. When the Bynums were there, there were docks there.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So I
We
don't,
love Fisherman's
I don't know.
Wharf.
I don't know what the problem was.
Yeah. I can't define that, but I know potential. I see the potential. Look how many years we had to ride past the area right across the street from Fisherman's Wharf with all the dilapidated strip kind of shopping.
Mhm.
All those, I mean, for
Where
years,
the boat ramps are now.
where Jacksonville Landing is
Yeah,
now.
uh-huh.
Okay. And look how nice that looks.
Well, it took the state, the county, and the city to do this thing,
Yeah.
which was great. And because it's one of the best
So
used
popular.
pieces of property
Yeah.
for boating in eastern North Carolina,
Amen.
I think.
And we did that, but it took the idea, it took transformational leadership. Who brought it? Dr. Woodruff. That
Mhm.
was he was the leader on that.
Was he? Okay.
Yeah. Who hired him? I did.
All by yourself?
Consensus building. It's consensus building. But yeah, I convinced them to hire him. Ask him.
He did a marvelous job. I used to talk to him all the time. He was a great guy.
We didn't have a
Yes.
full-time city manager. Consensus building. That's city council. Attorney.
Right.
John Carter.
John.
Ask
Right.
him.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
A lot of things that I was involved in, people say, well, thank you. That was the past. I've heard my opponent say that about the election system that he benefits from. Okay. No, when you have transformational ideas, they change the landscape. That election system changed the landscape of the city of Jacksonville.
About going to the ward system.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And listen to this. A lot of people say, well, you fix your area. No. That was to the benefit, to the benefit of the city of Jacksonville. Where do we have National Night Out? The most successful National Nights Out. That's our biggest event. But Jacksonville Harbor is not in Ward 1.
No, it's not.
No.
What would it be? In the at-large area?
Well,
It'd be in 3.
everything's that large.
It'd be in 3.
3.
That's
Okay.
West Northwoods.
Mhm.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
West Northwoods
It backs right up to the creek there. Yeah.
that's West Northwoods. That's the most dominant
Which
boating
is-
community in the history of Oslo County as far as my lifetime.
Now, I'm West Northwoods, and I'm not Ward 3. I'm at-large.
No, everybody's at large.
All
No,
four of the
I'm
wards
not.
are at large.
Yeah, I know that, but what I'm just saying that that's right. We had no one running for
Right.
Ward 3 this
So-
Right,
year.
your representative
Yeah.
will run in 2 years.
That's right, Logan.
Yeah.
Right.
So we can do things in wards that are in everybody's interest. That's what we've shown in the city of Jacksonville. Our
Why would you
housing
not
program.
want to be running at large?
You don't get any more votes for running at large. I have no more power for running at large. Who's the least powerful person on city council?
Mayor?
Mayor. No. Mayor doesn't vote
No, I know that.
unless there's a
The
tie.
tie.
Yeah,
Okay.
But I'm just curious why you wouldn't run to So people wouldn't say, "Oh, you're only representing your district or whatever," because I
costs
know
me-
that's what you were accused
It
of.
cost me enough money to run for this little area.
Speaking of wards, now, don't get me wrong, okay, but Jacksonville has 4 wards.
Mhm.
Allegedly, and I never use that word, I allegedly never use allegedly for anything because allegedly only softens the blow when it comes to a suit, right? But supposedly, every ward has approximately the same number of persons living in it.
Yeah.
In West Northwoods, I don't know how many people there are in West Northwoods, a couple, 3,000, something.
You're looking at voters. There's many more people than that.
Yeah, well, voters.
Okay.
But in Ward 1, the same thing. There are people living there that are potential voters, but there are only 150 who vote
No.
in
It's more than- it's twice.
the municipal elections.
I'd say 300 to 400.
300 to 400.
Mhm.
Okay. I don't remember the numbers exactly, but you're talking about a couple of hundred to 300, 400, whatever.
Okay, good. I get your point.
Okay, but in somewhere else, you got a couple thousand or more voting, right?
Mhm.
Or can vote.
Mhm.
Where are the other people? They're aboard Camp Lejeune, New River Air Station for
That's
Ward
correct.
1.
In my ward.
Yeah,
Mhm.
in that ward.
Mhm.
But we know they're not going to vote. They never have voted.
I spent $500 on mailing. We'll see. Let's test it.
$500.
Yeah.
That gets you three letters.
I did both.
Hey, hey,
I did both.
we're not busting on the post office.
Yes, I am.
No, we're not.
Good choice.
Cost
by
of
the way.
postage.
It pays my bills.
But I wanted to speak to Camp Lejeune. Do you have a message? Who's had a message for Camp Lejeune?
Nobody.
Nobody.
That's what I'm getting at. Nobody. We don't have. There's not a
Why
vote.
should
There's
they
not a
vote?
precinct out there.
I got a message for
Nobody.
them.
You can't even go out there and campaign.
Well,
No, can't.
You can't.
mailing. I mailed them.
You can't go out there.
I
and
got a
campaign.
message for them.
Yeah.
They benefit from Jacksonville Harbor.
See, that's one of the complaints that I've had about our military. You know,
Mhm.
vote local. You're living here for 3 years or more. Do you care what's happening in LA at that point in time? No, that's not going to impact you at all for 3 years. Everything that the city council does, everything that the county commissioners do in this county will impact these Marines out there, because that 50,000 Marines out there, they're going to travel inside the city. They're going to shop inside the city. They're going to be subjected to the will of the city council and the
Yeah.
county commissioners.
Where do they
But they
spend,
don't vote
where do they spend their money?
in Jacksonville.
Who gets ripped off with the sales tax?
Me?
Jacksonville.
Yeah.
Jacksonville. They do ad valorem. Why are they not doing per capita?
I was just going to ask
They
you.
got to
about
do
that.
per capita. Then we get equal based on population.
Right.
Of course, we get more. We pay more. There's no reason Topsail Beach can get $800 a person and we get $200. What's the fairness in that?
You're talking about sales of
Sales
the
tax.
sales tax. Yeah.
Sales tax.
Yeah.
I've never seen it in all those years that you asked me about that I've been on city council, where they united, not as a council, but as voters of Jacksonville. But I'm speaking to the city council.
Mhm.
If the city council says this is an issue for every candidate that runs for county commissioner, are you going to support per capita? Simple. Are you going to support per capita?
Explain that to the people right now, what that's
Right.
going to mean. For per capita, per person here is what we get for
We don't.
what we
Yeah.
under that guise.
Right.
Per capita would mean that based upon the number of souls living in the city,
Mhm.
we get that percentage, a certain percentage of the sales tax, right?
That's correct. Comes back to us.
Uh-huh.
The state gets their cut,
Always.
county gets their cut, and then they give us the remainder because we generated it. But under ad valorem, the higher your property taxes are, and the more you get back in property taxes and the value of the property. The value of the property is much more at the beach. $2 million home's about to fall into the ocean, okay? The value of the property is higher. So they give them more. It's an incentive to raise taxes, property taxes. If we jacked our property taxes up, we could get it. But
Sure.
it's based on that. We don't want to do
and
that.
get unelected.
Yeah, but we don't want to do that. So it should be per capita because we're generating it anyway. And then it would be fair.
That would be including the people who live aboard Camp Lejeune because they live inside the
And
city limits of Jacksonville.
We need to be the best hosts for them. And, you know, I'm prior service. Okay. JAG out here at Camp Lejeune. My whole time was at Camp Lejeune. Okay. We need to be the best. You know how easy it is to get Jacksonville as a duty station? Very.
Yeah.
Very easy to get
Yeah, because nobody wants to show up here who's entering the Marine Corps.
until they serve for 20 years and want to retire.
That's right. Then they retire here.
Then they love it because that's what we got. We offer the low property.
I lived here most of my life.
Yeah, and family. And so we got to be smart enough to invest. Why is it no other council person is talking about sales taxes?
Nobody is.
Nobody. We had the forum. Okay. Who brought up sales taxes? Me. That's the ideas that we need. Transformational ideas. It's been like this since 2013.
Do you have the other members of council, 5 of the other members of council on your side? Do you think they would go with this?
Put them on my side. The media, the public will put them on our side. When all we got to do a lot of times.
Would this cause a reduction in this ad valorem property tax, my property tax rate? Would that go down?
No, we didn't. We don't need to do that. We just need to get the money back so we can invest it in Jacksonville. We can do Jacksonville Harbor or Riverwalk Harbor, however you want to name it.
But my tax rate would stay the same.
Tax rate would stay the same.
Okay.
But what this does, if we wanted to get more money back through the ad valorem process, we would have to raise your taxes. But we just don't do it. Okay, which is good for the
Politically not
there you go.
smart.
No, it wouldn't be. Yeah,
I'd unelect all of you.
yeah. So
Please don't raise my taxes.
we got to give a message to Camp Lejeune. Okay, a lot of them are government workers. You know, you can live out there as a civilian now. Okay, a lot of them are government workers. Can they run for county commissioner? No.
Don't think anybody
No.
living up. Not aboard the base. Can they run if they live
I'm
aboard the
talking about the
base?
civilians that live out
Civilian
there. Spouses too.
Civilians can run, can they not?
No.
If they live aboard the base?
Not if they work for the federal government. It's a violation of the Hatch Act. Okay, how can I do it? I'm a federal government employee. I give advice on equal on employment matters that
You're a federal
admirals.
government employee,
And I
but
was
you're
gonna-
running.
Yeah.
I was going to ask you about that. What makes it different?
I'm special. Remember, I was in the first grade in high school. Okay.
What makes it okay that you're running for election in a municipality and you're a federal worker and governed by the Hatch Act, but yet it's different for county? I don't understand what you're saying.
Excellent question. We are nonpartisan.
That's right, Doug.
If you're nonpartisan,
City council is, okay.
okay.
Yeah.
So who's defending this? There's an attempt
Right.
to change it. Who's defending it? What city council person has spoken on that? That's a message to Camp Lejeune. If you are out there, you can participate. You don't have to wait until you retire. Why should all this knowledge and information and people that we could really benefit from in local government not participate because they work for the federal government until they retire? They did. Now, Margaret Brown, Board of Education,
Right.
working for the federal government. That was before they changed the Board of Education to partisan. James Brown preceded her. Dr. Angelia Washington, who's currently who's Ward 4, federal government employee. Why can't we have that? Why can't we? I don't even think judges should run being partisan. You're taking an independent branch of government and you're making it part of the executive. You're making it political. I don't think that should happen.
Right.
So who's defending that? I am. And that's a message to Camp Lejeune.
Will you take questions that we have from callers?
Sure.
910-333-0139 for candidate.
I have
From
a
Willingham.
question.
Yeah, well, let's do a quick weather if you don't mind.
Oh, okay.
Get this done before we forget it.
Yeah.
Offshore, there is a coastal storm. It's impacting us, beginning to impact us. It's going to be with us for a couple of days or so. It is not Hurricane Melissa. Okay, got nothing to do with her yet. Is impacting the southeastern United States coastline today, bringing hazardous marine conditions to eastern North Carolina. A second low pressure system is likely going to happen towards the end of the week. And we're carefully watching the movement of that hurricane down there in Jamaica right now. God, I hate it for them. I love Jamaica. Gale warnings in effect through late tonight here. Northeasterly winds 25 to 30 with gusts of 40 knot seas, 7 to 10 feet, 4 to 6 near shore. Sounds and rivers described as being very, very rough today, Wednesday, tomorrow. Northeasterly winds 20 to 25, gust of 30, seas 7 to 10, again 4 to 6 near shore. Sounds and rivers rough. Thursday, southwesterly winds 20 to 25, seas 6 to 9. Sounds and rivers will continue to be rough. Melissa is not likely going to have a major impact on us, our coastline, our shoreline. Do not put your feet into the ocean. 8 inches of water and a 4-foot wave, and you are toast. You will not be with us anymore. You cannot swim against the rip currents. Not going to happen. Mark Spitz, too old for most of you. You don't know who he was, but he was a marvelous swimmer. He could not swim against a rip current. Tried, didn't do it. He tried intentionally, he didn't do it. So don't even bother to get out there. Boaters, please. There's another day coming, and it's going to be a whole lot better than it's going to be for the rest of this
Wait
week.
till next week. You
Now.
have a beautiful day. Well, today we're looking at rain, cloudy with a high near 61, north wind 15 to 17 miles per hour, with gusts as high as 32. Tonight, a chance of cloudy with a low around 52. Wednesday, a slight chance of showers, mostly cloudy with a high near 68. And Thursday, showers and thunderstorms likely during the day, but ending mostly sunny with a high near 69. It's going to be a good night for Cardinal football.
Yeah.
And for those who are mic shy or telephone shy about talking on the air, if you send us a question, we'll happily ask.
Yes.
Drone for you.
Yeah. My question is going back to the sales tax. There's been talk in the past of going to our legislators and asking them to give us an increase on sales tax. Now, would you be behind that?
A local option sales tax to
Yes.
increase the local option tax.
I'd have to study that.
Right.
One of the best things we did, I think, was with our tourism, the taxes that were related to that, and what we've been able to do with that money. I think has been great. So I'm really focused on changing that method of distribution to
Okay.
per capita, and I want the discussion. I want people talking about the benefits of that.
Right.
But
okay.
if we were to be able to change that and increase the percentage by a quarter cent,
Mhm.
a quarter cent, not a quarter percent, a quarter cent sales tax added to the existing sales tax, all of that would stay in the county, that extra quarter cent. That's what local option sales tax is. We have some now, whatever it is. State gets what, I forgot what it is, out of 7 cents. State gets 5 cents. I don't
It's been
remember
a
what
while.
it is. But whatever it is, so if we got a quarter cent, that would increase the amount of sales tax coming into the county. And if we did what you said, and they would collect more for everybody living in the county,
Okay.
in the city, and for in our case, or here in the city, that would get more money coming back of the sales tax that we already send to Raleigh, that they
Mhm.
steal from us.
Mhm.
We get more of it back, right?
Mhm. Yeah.
So we could, I hate to call it double dipping because it sounds bad, but that's, that could add to our coffers a lot.
Well, just doing what I'm talking about is tens of millions.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Another
S-
few
so-
million, maybe my taxes should go down.
Yeah, really. Okay, my next question, and then I'll let Chris ask one. Affordable housing. What's your plan on trying to initiate affordable housing here in Jacksonville? I know we're at a crossroads with New River because there's so much litigation going on there.
And that's privately owned. That's the
Right,
problem.
and it's privately owned. We can't do anything about it right now. And that right there would be, if we could come to terms with the owners and fix that. But what are your plans for trying to initiate affordable housing for our people who need it here?
Okay. I've heard about New River and people say, well, that'll be tied up in litigation for, 5 or 6 years. Litigation is an opportunity for settlement.
Mhm.
Okay. There are, and you say it's privately owned, so is Williamsburg, 250 acres. We acquire private property for the best interest of the government.
Mhm.
And I'm not talking about eminent domain. I'm talking about negotiating something that a seller is happy with. Um, I haven't abandoned that idea of doing something with New River because look at the blight. Okay. Um, it's devastating to those people who, had to relocate and everything. And we didn't have an answer for that. I think the current, my opponent failed with that. And you can't be for affordable housing and you ignore New River and you go spend millions on Williamsburg for 400 acres of woods. No, negative. That's not acceptable. So affordable housing, we had the award winning in conjunction, that consensus building. We had the award winning affordable housing program. We transformed downtown. We have to continue because my opponent talks about tiny houses. Okay. He's been in office for 8 years. How long it take to build a tiny house? I don't see any tiny houses. How long it take? So let's continue with ownership. We have not had one foreclosure on our affordable housing program. We designed the affordable housing program so two people making minimum wage, we work with their credit. Of course, they have to have acceptable credit, could afford one of those houses. Those houses are so beautiful that it did not deter luxury housing downtown.
Mm-hmm.
We have a beautiful home. A friend of mine is returning to Jacksonville, building on Court Street. A beautiful, huge home. We and when we do luxury, even the apartments on Western Boulevard, people can't tell the difference between where the affordable housing is. That's how well it's done. And so we can continue those efforts. But I want to focus on home ownership. We've done very well with rentals, and we got them in the high rent district. But we have affordable housing on Western Boulevard Extension, most valuable property in the city of Jacksonville. People don't know that is. But I want to focus on creating legacy, equity, home ownership, and we can do that very well. And for me, the next target area is Georgetown. And it's helpful to have somebody who knows how to build consensus. It's helpful to have somebody with the bright ideas. I was working for Naval Surface Warfare Center in Corona, California. I've done that since I last talked to you. But I was checking on a program, the NC Rebuild. I was able to communicate that with one person. They got a brand new home. And that's part of the Hurricane Florence aftermath. Okay. Where was the person who is representing Ward 1? How many people did he communicate with? How many affordable people getting new homes? I know an area of Onslow County called Maple Hill. So many people got new homes as a result of Hurricane Florence. Wouldn't that have been wonderful in Georgetown? Why come the people in Georgetown didn't know about that? That's the difference of being
How did the people
transformational.
in Maple Hill know about it?
Somebody communicated it to them. Somebody looked out for them. Okay. But that's the benefit of transformational leadership, and that's what I'm offering.
Jerome, I have a question because the homeless population continues to grow, sadly, here, and especially in the downtown area. A lot of homeless camps. The former Holiday Inn on 17 across from McDonald's, big 2-star, big building. Could the city, or do you think it's worth investing in that as a homeless shelter? I am just curious.
Yeah, it's worth investing in anything we can come up with.
Yeah.
I had a proposal that was doable between Onslow County Ministries and Second Chance Mission to consolidate. I had negotiated it with Onslow County Ministries, and this goes back to when I was in office, and Second Chance Mission, and we had an abundance of HUD money to do the project. My idea was to eventually use our city property that's near Center Street, where you used to be. That's not in the city limits. We own property there because we wanted to be able to incentivize businesses to come there without paying city taxes.
Right.
On Center Street?
Somewhere out there
I was just going to say, wow.
in the Bryn Mawr, Bryn Mawr Road. Okay, so we own that property, and what I looked at is sometimes you can have a property value devaluation when you place a homeless shelter near residential. So that was just a good area that wouldn't impact residential, where we could have a campus. We were looking at a campus. One of the problems that a lot of people have with even the existing homeless shelter, and don't quote me on this because I haven't kind of updated my research, but at one point they had to get out during the day. And so a lot of times they just go in the neighborhood. I've heard property owners in New River Shopping Center complaining because of, I don't want to call it vagrancy because the people loitering, but they don't have any place to go. I'm not blaming them.
No.
Right.
So if they have to get out during the day, look at the impact that's having on commerce right there in New River. But what I had proposed was a campus. And I think we could have done that. One of the key participants balked on the arrangement, wanting to stay solo, thinking that they could access this federal money. Excuse me. And HUD said, if y'all going to fight about it, we're not going to do it. They do that. And that was the same thing with Eagle Point when there was on the corner of Country Club Road and the road that separates Home Depot and Food Lion.
Yes.
Beautiful complex was going to go there. It was going to be rolled out coincidentally right around the time that we had Hurricane Florence. The people from New River could have moved right there. Okay. But one friend of mine opposed it and litigated it. And HUD said, if y'all gonna do that, we're gonna back out. So I built the consensus, city council passed it. But when the suit came, HUD said, we don't want to be a part of communities fighting.
Right.
And we lost the money.
What group in the community fought against it?
Y'all asked me this the last time I was here. And,
you know what?
and you said you're going to look it up, and I said I wasn't going to tell. So that's where.
But there was a group.
Say that again.
There was a group that fought this?
It was a person.
A person that fought it.
That's that land just sit, and I know where you're talking about because I go there a lot and use that road. That's a lot of area that could be extremely.
When we were discussing it, it was cleared.
Then why?
Now, if you look at it now, it's mature trees.
And why? Without saying who, what was the purpose of fighting it?
Not in my backyard syndrome.
Okay, got it. That's what I wanted to know.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
But see, you got to have the strength to stand up to that. And we did as a council. It's just the litigation got us. And so all of this is relative because I'm running against somebody. It's not just, casual conversation. But where was that person then? If they supported affordable housing, I didn't see him. Okay. People came out from the community to fight us, to say, no, we don't want it in our neighborhood. Okay. So that's where I am on affordable housing.
Okay, let's go back to the homeless thing. And so the folks that you guys talked about too. Yes, they probably do have places they can lay their head maybe.
Yes.
But they have to get out come daylight or whatever. I don't know every place has got their own rules.
Yeah.
What are we doing for those individuals to make them viable so they can get work? I mean, is there something that we're missing?
I think there is.
Okay.
And
so let's talk about it. What?
And I don't want to just say that there are no like nonprofits or serviceable agencies that are doing anything. Okay, I don't want to say that because I don't know that.
Yeah.
But what I know is my plan and my advocacy. And my advocacy is for a campus. And when we talked about doing the campus, it was to have mental health. It was to have medical health. It was to have employment guidance. All of those components.
Sounds like a city unto itself.
Yes, that's why I call it a campus. And to me, that's what's going to be needed, a campus. And sometimes you have to bring the services to those people, like portable wash stations. When you know they got camps behind, in the woods in these areas, pull up with portable wash stations where they can get fresh, clean clothes. That doesn't do the shelter part, but that's something, and you can bring a meal to them as that part of it. But no, and the sad thing about it, in my opinion, is that the funds are there.
That's still keeping them isolated from the other people. Is there any way to get them integrated back into the system? That's the.
Well, there was a bus I think that they could take to the senior center. A lot of them didn't take it. I mean, I don't have a count, but I do think some things are being done. So I don't want to just condemn.
There are going to be those. I don't know what the percentage is. There are going to be those who are going to refuse if you give them the keys to City Hall to stay there. They're going to decline the opportunity. We know that. They don't want to be around other people, except people just like themselves, right? That's why they have encampments.
Yeah.
You don't see that many solo, all unto themselves. You see some. You don't see them isolated by themselves in places. There will be some, but they have encampments. They all gather together. First, there's strength in numbers, and they are also, everybody wants some kind of companionship. People like themselves. I'm not going to fit in with some of the rich crowds in this county or anywhere else because that's just not the way that I am. I dress like I want to, not like they want me to.
I thought you did.
Yeah, right.
I'm sorry. Educate me.
Yeah, I can in about 2 seconds. It takes like that long. You just hang around for a little while. You'll see. I'm a bit of a rebel all the way around. All right, that's just me.
I can relate.
But you can't force me into that group. On occasion, I will put a tie on. I did one Saturday night for the first time in the last year. Period. I don't wear ties anymore. I gave away a whole bunch of them. Probably.
You had one
50.
on Saturday night,
what I
and you
just
looked
said.
very nice.
But don't get used to
In
it.
fact, when I first saw you, I didn't think it was you.
It wasn't the real me. But under normal conditions, I don't do that every day.
Right.
I'm me.
Well,
And other people do the same thing. They out here in the woods. They want to live in the woods, and there's probably not a whole lot we can do for some of them, right? Because they don't want to change.
Portable stations.
Right.
Portable
Well,
wash stations.
I think that's nice. That's wonderful. I know a lot of them use our parks and recreation centers to go, because I've known a couple people in the past that we helped bring out of the homeless situation into having a place of their own to live. And they were using the city parks to shower and clean and all that. And I think it's great that we help feed them and we provide the portable showers. But is that enough incentive for them to want to not be homeless anymore? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I just think there's so many variables. There's
Yes.
mental health and people that aren't comfortable being in certain situations. There's just a lot of variables.
Yeah.
The best thing I can do is talk about the campus, and you can still integrate them through in the community in other ways, maybe some job structuring where they go out and work. Okay.
Yeah, that'd be great.
But and then they're going to have time to, if they do have a source of income, to get things that they need and be out. And then they're welcome in the parks.
Right.
Right, of course, yes.
I don't play like I used to, but I like watching a baseball game,
Mhm.
and so they're welcome in the parks. But I know what you're talking about. There was a young lady that had put curtains up in the gazebo down at
Really?
in LP Worlingham Park and slept there all night.
Right.
And that went on for about 2 or 3 weeks. And they let us sleep there. The police did, because they cruised the area. So we're not advocating that. That's not what we want.
Right.
And
Right.
the residents wouldn't be happy with that. But it's a problem. All I'm saying is that on everybody's platform, the Republican platform, the Democrat platform, they address homelessness.
Right.
So, and I know that HUD has had a lot of money that they have tried to dedicate to the homelessness. So that just tells me that falls back on transformational leadership. How do we come together as a city council, as a community, and come up with a project that we can invest in, and giving land that we have, because there was no flood of corporations or businesses to our industrial. I'm talking about, it's called the industrial area, to our industrial area.
Right.
And I'm not talking about the counties. I'm talking about the city had that area. So I would use that area to do the campus.
I was just getting ready to ask you. So, with the campus idea,
Mhm.
is this being built from the ground up, or is it okay?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's
There's a way that you can build open facilities that can house a lot of bunks or cots.
right.
I mean, they want to be warm and out of the rain.
I would love to see the city be able to go in there and buy the old New River area and renovate it, and then start selling off pieces
Yeah.
to developers to put in low income housing. That's what I would love to see.
We would do the low income part,
You would.
because we would partner with community development corporations. That's what we do for the apartments.
Mhm.
But the city itself, we don't need to partner to do the single family. When we do the affordable housing, where we creating property ownership, we do that ourselves.
Right.
But there's HUD money. But as far as the a lot of nonprofit community development corporations, we do the 300 apartment complex thing with them.
Right.
That's rental.
Okay.
They have to manage that. We don't manage.
Rent
If you don't
is
make your mortgage,
so
you got
high.
foreclosure. That's how
Right,
that's
right.
managed. And we've never had any foreclosure.
Any idea what the median age and the encampments for the homeless? What
I have no
kind of
idea.
age ranges? I'm just kind of curious. Are they getting new people in that start out young going in, or are they just perhaps they're older, dropping out, and then becoming homeless? I'm sure there's a combination, but I just wonder where the masses are.
I don't know, but one thing that troubled me was other counties would give people bus tickets here.
Yeah,
I know that to be a
Yeah,
That
fact.
it
happened
is.
in Myrtle Beach too on a regular
Wow.
basis to go to
It is.
Wilmington. They gave them bus tickets to Wilmington.
Oh,
Yeah, that's not right. And
No.
if it takes state legislation to deal with that, the cities can initiate that movement, but take care of your own people. I think people are more better off if they find themselves experiencing homelessness near family members. They're
Right.
the community that they come from. But you can't limit people's travel. But I don't think the city government or county government agencies should be facilitating it.
And I know, because we had a meeting about it at our church, and we have an outreach center, that we're okay right now, but because of this government shutdown, now more and more people are going to be effective.
I'm at the food giveaway. The one I help out with started at St. Jude downtown, but it's at First Baptist on Broadhurst Road. And I was just there yesterday, and they're giving away food on Monday and Fridays. And it's a lot of people. And some of them have uniforms on, if you know what I'm saying.
I know exactly what you're saying.
Yes. And that's just the church right there on Country Club every Thursday morning. It's lined down the road. You know, I mean, we have so many good people in this county that are out there helping.
Yes.
And I don't know what we would do if we didn't live in a community like we live in.
No, people would be starving maybe.
Yeah.
So that's very important. The nonprofits, the churches, and everything that they're doing.
So
How do you how do you convince the individuals who are living in these places to participate? I mean, you can lead them to water, as they say, lead that horse to water all day long, but unless he wants to drink the water.
Everybody has certain necessities, and we say food, clothing, and shelter. I'm putting food right up there for these people because the clothing's not very good and the shelter's missing. So bring them the meals. They come. They come out. So if you had something portable that went and you had the wash station, I don't think they're gonna fight a fresh set of clothes and throw those in the trash.
No,
We can do that. We can give them fresh that they better than what they got on is clean. And so the portable wash stations, and you bring them a meal, they're gonna come out the woods. And sometimes that maybe there's some counseling available. Maybe you got a minister or social service counselor there that somebody need to talk to about a problem. Are you communicating with your family members? How do you know it? You know, and maybe kind of facilitate that. Say, hey, we got some envelopes, we got stamps. You want to write somebody? There's a lot of things you can do with the portable stations.
So Jerome, you're out there, you're talking to people because as the elections are coming up, what are the people that you're talking to saying is the most important issue facing the city council that they're looking to city council to help?
I would say affordable housing is what I hear most. And it's such a blessing to be in a city where people who do have housing that aren't in need are concerned about that. I think people ride through the river and they can't believe that it's still like that, you know, 7 years later. And in the equal employment opportunity profession and with the Department of Defense, we have principles, and one of them is you must show everybody dignity and respect. The other is that I add to it when I'm giving instruction is empathy. We have come so far as a country with empathy, people who aren't affected, okay? Helping those who are. And when we got that holiday for the 13th Amendment and we included ending a commitment to ending human trafficking. And if you look at the Republican platform from 2016, one of their missions is ending human trafficking. We had that side. You look at the Democratic platform, there are things about equality. We had that side. The most free I ever felt in my life is when Bob Warden gave us the vote where we passed that.
Yes.
Okay. And that was empathy, right? Because he, as far as I know, he didn't have a legacy of being from people who were slaves. Okay. He gave us the vote on that. He probably don't want me to publicize it.
Okay.
My favorite councilman.
But, you know, I have the utmost respect for Bob Warden.
Yes.
But that's empathy. That's people who aren't impacted, helping. And we got that in this community. And we couldn't, nothing, women's suffrage came from empathy because they didn't have the votes in the state legislatures or Congress because they didn't have the vote. Right. So everything, the Civil Rights Act, that's empathy because it wasn't enough for Black people in Congress to pass the Civil Rights Act in 1964. So when we come together and exercise empathy, we are so much at our best.
I agree.
Well, I know we're wrapping up here. It's about time to go, but tell us a little bit about you, what you do right now, where you work, and why you feel like people need to vote for you.
That's top secret where I work.
Okay.
No,
Or
it's
are
not.
you on? Well, let me put it
My
this way.
clearance might be, but no.
Oh, that's right. I was supposed to say that. Yeah.
No, you're
that's
right.
right. Are you on furlough? Are you furloughed right now?
Let me send you. I'm not on furlough.
Okay.
Yeah. I give advice on matters of employment to the admiral, and I also service the warfare center that is run by a Navy captain.
Okay.
So my primary function is dispute resolution and command climate, trying to make sure that people are showing dignity and respect.
Mhm.
And so we do a lot of facilitations and mediations. And when that fails, I process complaints. And I provide reasonable accommodations for persons with disabilities.
There you go.
So that's what I do. And I think that, y'all didn't ask me a lot about my travels and where are you and all this stuff, but I hear it. And I tell them I never left. My whole thing when I went to college was to return here.
Mhm.
I came back. The Marine Corps gave me a ride back, and I appreciate it. And so I did the military service here. I left to go to the field, never really deployed anywhere. And that was 3 years active, 7 years, 7 years in the reserve, total of 10. And when I do these things, I told you I was in Corona, California. I was in Dugway Proving Ground in Utah. Park City is wonderful, by the way, and the Sundance Film Festival is great. But I'm learning things to bring back here. And so that's not a liability. So to kind of wrap it up for me, that consensus building thing is turning adversaries into allies. And you always asked about the voting thing, but just look at it this way. And I think that's a good example of consensus building. We were adversaries. I had to litigate against the city of Jacksonville a couple of years ago when
Well, you were city councilman.
yeah, when Joe challenged in federal court the
Jimmy
election
Blocking.
system, and we won. Who represented us?
You,
City of Jacksonville.
city.
Adversary. And they realized that what we did was the best thing, the right thing, and benefited the city.
See the way he's looking at me? It's because we disagree on that, and we've had some hefty conversations. We were at the poll Saturday. He schooled me, and we had a lot of talk about it.
I enjoyed it.
Who
I
won?
saw that side glance I just got.
Because, yeah, she's right. We've had these conversations.
Yeah,
so I
we
got to look at her.
Who won?
You know who won.
I don't know who won.
I had to walk away.
By default.
So
I-
you got to know when to hold them, you got to know when to fold them, and you folded and walked away.
I disagree with
You
the
left
word
cards on the
system.
table,
I
right?
absolutely did, but he made a very challenging argument, and I respect what he had to say.
And the analogy, one of the
yes.
analogies was, you asked me about the difference in the voter turnout between like my ward and before you've asked about Ward 2, because they're both kind of low, but
Yep.
they may have had like 300 people to turn out. And I asked, I'm like, well, what about the third congressional district and the fourth? Guess what's the difference in the voter participation?
Pertaining to exactly what are you saying?
For
For U.S. Congress.
yeah, like the last time Joe McLaughlin ran, because he's
He didn't run for U.S. Congress.
Yes, he did. Ran against Walter Jones.
Okay.
No, that was way back. I'm talking.
Okay, that's too far back for you. I'll give you the answer. It was over 100,000 voters, but nobody concerns themselves with that.
But see,
Nobody
back
says
then-
Camp Lejeune shouldn't be included. It's included in the third congressional district.
Well, back in 2015, the third congressional district consisted of 15 counties. Then it went down to 13 counties, then 11 counties, and now we're the new map 9.
I think when you talk about Camp Lejeune and the whole of the
Uh-huh.
third congressional district, the percentage of people aboard Camp Lejeune as compared to the whole third district is significantly smaller than
Sure
the
it is.
percentage of voters of
Right.
people living aboard Camp Lejeune when applied to only city of Jacksonville.
Yeah,
but
you could debate it so
Look
many
at
ways.
the greater picture of how many people vote in the 3rd Congressional District compared to the
Yep.
4th Congressional District. 100,000 less. But we don't complain about that. That's the
Well,
hypocrisy.
what are you trying to say? You trying to say that it's not mapped right?
No, I'm trying to say it's just a condition of districts.
Well,
Simple as
let me
that.
ask you
We
this.
still base it on the number of residents, the people there, and not who votes. If we tried to do it based on who votes, it wouldn't work and it would violate the Constitution.
Do you feel like if we had no wards at all and it was all at large, that you would be discriminated against you if you felt like you wanted to run for at large? Do you feel like there's a discrimination factor in there because of not having wards?
And when I say that, she mentions the exceptions like Mayor Smith in Richlands and people
McKinley.
people who have won, and Paul Hardison,
Right.
and those are my heroes. But we don't make the rule by the
Good
exception.
people.
We don't
Right.
make the rule by the exception. So
Is that answering my question?
yeah, because we have the data. The data says it's discriminatory in impact. It's the data that says that, and the data says there was a discriminatory intent, just like poll tax and everything else. Because when minorities in the majority, if you will, say when blacks in the majority, there is this district system, so others can be represented. But when we're in the minority, we can't get a district, and so there's a history to it. I'm not just philosophizing.
Okay.
All right, Jerome, thanks for taking the time to come spend some time with us this morning.
It's always fun.
And watch out for the weather.
Yeah.
And thank you for your service.
Okay. Thank you.
And we
Yeah.
have you, we have all your information out here for everyone watching on social media today. I put your website on there. Please go to his website and read.
It's a lot of good videos up
Yes,
there, and
yes,
like
on
two of y'all,
Facebook.
2 videos of y'all.
Are you going out there and doing any meet and greets or with individuals or groups or what?
I met a group last night, and I was going to go back and get my my tent, and I slipped my mind,
You lost your tent?
and so I went by there so I wouldn't be embarrassed when people showed up and my tent was all destroyed.
Oh.
So I went and cleaned it up before I came over here.
He's been at the polls every day.
Oh,
And
is that
so
what it is?
I've
I
been
got
to
you.
the polls already to get that tent, so they won't know unless they listen to this that I messed up last night.
Well,
And
if I'd known your tent was there, I could have had me a new tent, couldn't I?
you could. I wish you. I got a good deal. It's $50.
Yes.
You could have had that.
Yes.
I would have been happy.
I got-
Somebody got a use out of
I
it.
got 3 of them out there when we used to host a big old fishing party group for our fishing club out here. We had 50 some people show up here.
I have a
Once
brand
a year.
new one.
And I got 3 of those big old tents.
I have a brand new one that I bought for us to use somewhere, and we ended up not doing it. But
Because
I
it didn't
told-
rain.
I told Mike I would put it out there on election day for him.
Okay. Well, good. Okay. Jerome, thank you.
It's been
Thank
great.
you
so
I
much.
appreciate y'all so
It's
much.
been
And,
good.
you have such a
And I
wonderful
want to-
program. I have to come. Y'all got such a
I know
wonderful
it. I
program.
was like, you gotta come.
If you're doing if you are successful, I really got a few things to explore with you. Continue
Yes, I want you to
dealing
come
with the
back.
homeless, particularly because that's
I see.
it's not
Mhm.
dear to my heart, but it is.
Right.
I don't have anybody who's homeless that I know about. I could be.
And y'all
But-
push that Jacksonville Harbor, Riverwalk Harbor.
Oh, I got a special
Oh,
interest
you
in that.
know.
I thought because I'd lived in Wilmington for a long time after I was here,
Mm.
but I'm back with a vengeance. And I thought while I was gone that was a done deal. To be
If-
honest
if-
with you,
If the public pushes it, it will happen. I promise you.
You know, we've
Because
always
it's such
talked
a
about
brilliant
that.
idea.
well, I got
Yes.
I'm a river rat
Yeah.
Put the harbor on it because the harbor's a
Mhm.
destination.
because it's
River's
on
just
my
the road.
it's on my way
Put
to
that
the
harbor on
ocean.
If you were elected, Jerome, will you come back at a later date and sit down and just let's chat about what's going on in the city?
I probably come back regardless. I like
Wait,
talking
I
to y'all.
Okay,
All right, I'm gonna hold you to it.
you got that right. Hold your feet to the fire.
That's
Thank you,
right.
Jerome.
Okay,
Thank
y'all
you so
take
You
much.
care.
take care.
Thank you so much.
You know what I gotta
Blessed
go
day.
do.
Yeah. Take your umbrella. All right.
Yeah.
Chris is gonna shut it down for us.
You gonna shut her down?
I believe I've been given control.
I think you go.
Bye.
Take care. I think,
Rather than me changing seats.
I think you're going to shut her down, and I think we're going to be out here again tomorrow at the same
Yes.
time, same channel,
Yes.
beginning at 07. That's 7 a.m. for you guys, and that would be 1100 UDT time. UT
And UTC.
Universal Time. Yes.
UTC.
GMT.
GMT.
Zulu time, y'all.
All right.
Dr. Dr. Rose, Peter.
Yes.
Dr. Rose Peter.
Dr. Rose will be on tomorrow. Pito will be here, and I believe Fernando.
We got
Yes.
another candidate coming in
Yes, we
tomorrow
have
morning.
another
Yay!
candidate running
I like
in
politicians.
Ward 2. This is his first time, but if anybody knows Fernando Shuffleline, you know
That's your
Fernando.
neck of the woods.
He has been around for a very long time, very active in a lot of military and veterans organizations. And if you went to the Beirut Memorial and saw that little fella behind the podium, just a talking away, that was Fernando.
Is he a little fella?
I
Is
wouldn't
that what
say
you're going to
little.
refer to him as?
No, we're about the same height. Fernando packs a big punch, so he's a
Well,
great
y'all
guy.
sit over there then with him. I don't want him to punch me.
No, he's a great guy, and you'll enjoy meeting Fernando. So he'll be with us Wednesday. Thursday is Mickey Smith.
Oh, Mickey Smith. Any
Yes.
kind of Mickey Mouse?
No, but she is a character now. She's full of
Well,
life.
speaking of characters, on Thursday,
Yes, and we have our famous.
Oh
most
yeah,
famous-
and he got to get this right now because
That's right.
he got to get on board the Cardinal train because
Get
there's a
on
coming
board
to town. And I like
Train.
White Oak because I live near them. My granddaughter
Yes.
went to White Oak.
My daughter graduated from White Oak.
White Oak did not exist when I was in school.
well,
I'm sorry.
the Cardinals will face another Viking.
2 in a row.
Yes,
Two in a row.
2 in a row.
Yep.
We did it right the first time, so we got to do it again.
There you go.
Is that what it is?
Well, we did it right the first time.
2 Vikings.
Let's do it again.
Is it fair
And
to have
then
2 Vikings
Friday.
against 1
Who
Cardinal?
do I have Friday?
Brian Jackson.
Oh yeah, Brian Jackson. Brian Jackson is the city councilman now that
Yeah.
holds the seat that Jerome is running for.
He's the guy Jerome wants to kick to the curb.
Yeah, he's the one that Jerome was
Just call it as I see it,
referencing.
right?
Yeah.
So Brian
Okay,
will be with us Friday.
We'll stay up to speed on the Hurricane Melissa.
Yes, please.
It's not
Pray for
really
them.
having an impact on us. I'm not putting out those things all day long. You don't have to worry about it unless when it gets in through Cuba and I see something in National Hurricane. I don't see anything. I just tell you what the National Hurricane Center says,
Right.
and then I will speak in English to you what the National Hurricane Center puts out in geekism.
Well,
So
I'll be watching it on YouTube as soon as I get home.
Just please keep
That'll
those
be in-
people in Jamaica in your
that'll be
prayers.
in European.
3 last night, Chris.
Okay.
I had Netflix on the roll around TV because you know what was on Netflix.
Oh, I
last
know.
night.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
On my laptop, I was watching the Starlink spaceship
Uh-huh.
rocket. To put some more. We need more
Satellites.
satellites up there.
Yeah.
And then on the TV over here, I was watching all the chaos in Jamaica.
Got it. Okay, we will see you tomorrow morning beginning at 9:00. Y'all stay safe and be careful.
Right.
You're live and
Have a
local Real
blessed day.
Talk. We're awake, not woke. Have a good rest of your day.
Have a
Bye.
blessed day. Bye.